Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. This week we're making dime rats. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, they are miniature polymer clay rats that are around the same size as a dime. I've had this project on the back burner for a long time and I figured today's the day to finally do it because it's minus 38 outside. So I sectioned off my clay into approximate sizes and then rolled them into cone shapes, sort of rounded cones, I guess. I was humbled by how difficult it was to get them smooth, so we're not off to a very strong start. And then I made the ears. So I took my pink clay and I rolled it into itty bitty tiny little balls that I stuck to the rat's head, and then used my dotting tool to make a little indent in the center so that it actually looked like an ear, as you can see here. The rubber or silicone mat and the blue, I guess these dark blue double-ended dotting tools, are from the Super Not Another Crap kit, as you can see there. For the arms, I took the body color and then a tiny dot of pink, rolled them together in my fingers to attach them, and then there you go, you have little front paws made for your rat. The position that I wanted this little guy to be in was laying down as if his paws were under his chin. I saw a real rat on Google that was laying like this with a little flower on its head, and I was inspired. So I wanted to make that, and you'll eventually see that it ends up failing because I smush the rat in my fingers. I smush his foot, and then it all goes to shit from there. You can also see in the top left corner that there is one rat already made, and I didn't film it, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't gonna blow it before I filmed it. So yeah, I do have one decent rat up there. As you can see, right there is where I squish his little foot on the right side, and then I try adding little thighs to make it better, and it actually just made it worse. So let's move on to our third rat here. This one, I figured let's add some color, so I took my light gray clay, which I just mixed my cause clay with my white clay to make, and then I took just plain old cause clay, and I started smushing them into the white body using one of my other silicone shapers. It looked okay at this point, but I figured it wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, so then I broke out the black clay and started adding little black spots, and then I go through the exact same process of putting the ears, the arms, the legs, and the tail on as I did with rat number 2. This is all sped up so you can barely see what I'm doing. And I also decided to not zoom in, I guess, but the tail I don't think I talked about, but it's very straightforward, just a pink little roll. And then there's the rat. And then we have rat number 4, technically, I guess, coming up after this. So he's gray, and I did zoom in for this one so you can see a little bit better. So he's fully dark gray, which is the color of my cause clay, and he's lying on his back in a cute little position here. So to make my clay colors, the gray is just the cause clay, the light gray, like I said already, and then the pink that I used is actually not the standard pink that came out of the pack. I actually mixed it with a little bit of the cause clay and then also added red and brown acrylic paint into it. Not sure if you're allowed to do that with clay, but nothing exploded when I put it in the oven, so we're okay. And then I started making these itty bitty little black dots to make their eyes, and of course everything there was out of focus, so I'll show you again here in real time how long it took me to do this. This section of the video could also be called Watching Kyra Struggle with Teeny Tiny Clay for a minute and a half. So I'm trying to pick up the ball of clay with my silicone shaper before remembering that I'm an idiot and silicone doesn't stick to the clay, which is... So then I'm using my dental tool here to try and put the eye on, but of course it doesn't want to stick there. It doesn't want to stick to the rat, and then everything's falling over, falling off, and I don't want to squish them. So it was kind of a disaster, but it all worked out in the end. As you can see, I'm just rolling the itty bitty little piece of clay. Oops, it's too big. Let's cut it with the dental tool and smush it into my mat. Try and salvage half of it, roll it again, and then pick it up with the dental tool because the clay will stick to metal. It won't stick to silicone. And as you can see, it literally will not stick to the rat. I don't know. I probably should have used like Bacon Bond or something, but I just rolled it around and then it became a worm and not a circle. I was holding my phone with my hand at this point so that you could actually see what I was doing. So now you can see just how unhinged this rat looks, but I fixed it, it's okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing for this cute little laying down rat that's kind of got his foot up in the air, and this time it worked out a lot better. Next, I do the same thing with their little noses, teeny tiny pink dot, just add it right on there with the dental tool, and that's it. Now here is what they looked like before they went in the oven. As you can see, we're missing rat number 3 or 2, whatever the white laying down one was. He got squished into a ball. And then what you're gonna do for oven baked clay is preheat your oven to whatever the package says. In this case, it was 275 degrees, and you're supposed to bake them for 15 minutes for every 6 millimeters of clay. So my oven actually only made it to 250. I don't know why. I'm not a cook, so it's probably half the problem. And then we ran out of tin foil, so I had to use this weird little pan thing. And then I cooked them for 20 minutes because they weren't quite done after 15. So that's that. It was a little bit of a chaos mess, but I'm so happy with the way that they turned out. Here they are. They're so cute and they're so tiny. Oh, it was so difficult to film this. I'm sorry that it's like half out of focus, but my camera did not want to focus on the little itty bitty rats. This might be one of my favorite clay things I've ever made. If you want to see any more, let me know. Or if you want to see me make some little accessories, I think that'd be cute. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Mondays, sometimes Wednesdays. I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you all in the next video.